Welcome back to Liberty Politics. I am Jacob Murtagh.
And I'm Maximillian Kent. In today's special episode, we are honored to host Fatima Wojohat, an Afghanistan artist and activist from Kabul. Fatima will provide us with her unique insights into the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan and the subsequent takeover by the Taliban.
For the past 2 years, Fatima has been a dedicated political activist in the United States. She has engaged with the community at Dean College of Franklin, Massachusetts, while also raising global awareness about the serious human rights violation perpetrated by the Taliban. Her impactful artwork has been garnered attention both locally and internationally, being showcased at prominent venues such as the Benjamin Franklin Museum, Dean College, and the Franklin Historical Library. Additionally, Fatima's work has been published in print and has been featured on televisions.
Please join us in welcoming Fatima Wojohat.
Thank you for coming with us. Please introduce us to our audience.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure to be in here and to talk more about my art and experiences. So, my name is Fatima Wojohat. I'm 22 years old and I'm a political cartoonist and artist, and I'm a sophomore student at Dean College.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about your life in Afghanistan.
Well, I grew up in Kabul, Afghanistan, and I have completed my high school degree in Afghanistan. So my life is kind of different, and I used to dress up like a boy, and my family, they decided to change my identity. Like, they wanted me to a boy in the society and in the community. And even I was using a boyish name, and my name was Safa, which is similar to my brother's name, Safi. And they wanted me to have my freedom, and I could walk free on the street. I could have my freedom. I could have my freedom of my clothing. I could have my freedom of my speech. I was riding bicycle in the society, and everyone, they were thinking I'm a boy, and they never thought I'm a girl until I became 18. Until I became a teenage girl. So.
Okay.
You were in Afghanistan back in August 2021 when the U.S. forces left the country. During that period, what did you experience leading up to that and the aftermath of that withdrawal?
Okay, so before the Taliban took over the country for the second time, when I was 17, I started working with an organization, Art Lords, and I was a muralist there. And when the Taliban came to the country, I was 19 years old, and my personal experiences are during that time was deeply impacted by the Taliban restrictions, especially for the women and girls inside of Afghanistan. So leading up to the U.S. departure from Afghanistan, many girls in my age, they faced harsh reality of being cut off from school and other freedoms that they had been gained for over previous decades. So Taliban just came to the country and started making changes in society, especially with the women's rights.
Was there a strong emphasis in the arts in Afghanistan?
So I would say historically Afghanistan has had a rich cultural heritage with a strong emphasis on the arts, including music, Persian poetry, visual art, and traditional crafts. And I would say Afghanistan has produced globally recognized poet like Rumi, and it's traditional arts. I would say calligraphy, jewelry making, and carpet weaving, which are really valued.
As a political artist, how did your artwork change when the Taliban took over?
So as a political cartoonist or maybe artist, I would say my art faced significant changes when the Taliban took over the country. During the new regime, I was expressing, or I would say I was highlighting the political or the social issues, and which was highly dangerous for me. And Taliban, they don't believe in women, they don't believe in art, and I was putting these two words together. Like I was putting the word art and women together in one frame, and which it seems a very strong word to me, or maybe for the people, but not for the Taliban. And I think like my art was the only weapon for me in Afghanistan, and it was and it is storytelling and voice for dreams.
Please tell us how you came to be an American.
Okay, so I used to I used to be in Afghanistan till 2023. So I was just making art against the Taliban, and I was inside of Afghanistan, and I was raising my voice through my art there. And then Taliban knew about my artwork, so we had to leave Afghanistan. And I was in the second country with my family, and I never stopped, I never gave up in my art. And I was just making art, I was continuing to do arts, and then I got, like, I was honored with a scholarship from Dean College. Like, I came with a scholarship, Fulbright scholarship to America.
You have been a political activist and a voice of resistance against the Taliban. You have had showcases, news stories, and even a strong media presence online. How did you feel that your artwork can contribute to the fight against the Taliban?
So I would say my art has served as a powerful tool to raise awareness and to inspire others, like especially the women back in my country, the young women back in my country. And my art is a voice, and especially it's a voice for the people who cannot speak out. And I would say my art is a source of hope and resilience for my country.
Well, one final question for you. If you could send any message to the girls in Afghanistan, what would your message be?
So I would like to tell them that it uh, so it may feel like the world is closing in your dreams and your desire to learn, and your voice can never be truly silenced. And education is a right, not a privilege, and your worth is not defined by the restrictions that placed upon you. And you should never, or you must never let anyone that convince you that that you are less than what you are.
Thank you for joining us today again, Fatima. We also have excited news to announce that Fatima Wojohat will be joining us in Liberty Politics as our new member. She will be serving as our chief editor and co-host. Fatima will be a part of our dedicated team to bringing you the latest news in the world of politics.
We are excited to have you join us, and thank you for joining us for this special interview. I have been your host, Jacob Murtagh.
And I've been your co-host, Maximillian Kent. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.